Good morning, and I hope you're all having a fabulous May Bank Holiday Monday and that you've had a really good weekend. The weather here has been absolutely glorious, and what happened to me yesterday has kind of informed what I'd like to talk about today. So for those of you who perhaps are new to me, I'm Rebecca. I'm a homeopath, I'm a QTT coach practitioner, I'm a mentor, and I'm an all-round natural health advocate. So just pop in here on a Monday to share a thought or a practice or something that I hope will support us all to gain more control over our lives and be able to regulate ourselves better and lead the kind of life that we all want to live. So thank you for joining me, if you're joining me live, and if you do make any comments as we go along or ask any questions, and if you're watching the replay, then do the same and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today was what our relationship with change might be, and particularly kind of unplanned change, so spontaneity really. And I was reminded of this because the way that my day went yesterday was a beautiful illustration of, for me, how far I've come with that kind of thing, because there was a time years ago where spontaneity and unplanned changes were just really not my thing. So when you wake up perhaps and you think, God, it's such a beautiful day. The sun's shining, the birds are tweeting, the sky is blue. There's definitely warmth in the air, especially this time of year where it's kind of new, and your whole body is yearning to be outside. Might not be for you, it is for me. And then this other little voice comes in and says, "Yeah, but you said you'd do this today, and you've got this, and this, and you said you'd clean that thing, or you said you'd do that bit of admin, or you've got work to do, you've got chores to do, you promised so and so that you'd do X." And in the past, that little part of me definitely would have been prioritised. She got listened to more than anybody, any other part of me. So I found myself quite often, even though I was telling myself, well, I'll get all those things done and then I'll go outside, that actually the result often was that I didn't get to go outside. And that if I did, then it was right at the end of the day when the weather was kind of going into the evening and it was getting cooler and I couldn't really get any real immersion in it, any real enjoyment from it. And that might have been okay from time to time, except what it did was it made me really resentful of all those things that I had to do. So I actually wasn't doing those things with any kind of grace during the day. I was resentful, cross. Why should I have to do it? Oh, it's okay for everyone else, but they don't have to do this. That kind of energy. So I was very pleased to notice that yesterday I had a completely unplanned day because I was supposed to host the first of our Airbnb guests that night, first of the season, and they didn't show up. They cancelled me very late the night before. And actually, that would have been something that would have really rattled me in the past too. But this time I thought, okay, great. I still get paid, so how bad? So having thought that my morning yesterday was going to be taken up with changing bed linen and doing breakfast and all of that, it wasn't. I was suddenly free, footloose and fancy free, and the sun was really shining and the skies were blue and the birds were glorious. And of course, I just thought immediately that, oh, this is an opportunity for me to get in the water, to go sea swimming. And it's also an opportunity for me to hook up with my lovely, lovely friend, Lorna, who I hadn't seen for a couple of weeks. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go to not my usual beach. I'm going to go to a beautiful beach that I hadn't been to for a long time, actually, that's nearer to where she lives. So I phoned her up and said, do you fancy doing that? And she said, yes, absolutely. And she has actually been one of my biggest teachers in being spontaneous and going with the flow. So it was very apt. And we had the most beautiful day in the sunshine, swimming in the sea, dipping our toes in the river that was there, soaking up the energy, lying on the hot stones that were on this beach, and then going back to her beautiful garden and having a lovely late lunch and coffee in the garden. All spontaneous, nothing planned. I did have stuff to do, for sure. But I just thought, you know what, this is such a golden opportunity for me to actually just do what I feel like doing, and everything will be fine. And it was fine. And we had more beautiful guests last night, which was lovely. Anyway, in the past, I would not have allowed that to happen, because even if that had suddenly given me a free morning, I was so immersed in stuff that I had to do that actually pleasing myself and giving myself enjoyment and allowing myself to actually feel what was going on for me, really at a cellular level and at a level that meant that I was really connected with the natural world. I didn't really allow that in, and it was a very low thing on my list of priorities. And it didn't make me feel very good. So I'm very, very pleased that I've managed to turn that around. And yeah, just enjoying yesterday made me wonder how comfortable you are with spontaneity, how your relationship with change, especially kind of unplanned change, how is that for you? How do you feel if those things come up? And also, what does it feel like if you are prioritising those chores, those things that you promised you would do, over, your intuitive feelings and longings? If that works for you, fantastic. I'd love to hear about it. And if it doesn't, what does it feel like? And what would you need to believe about yourself, maybe, in order to change that and to prioritise your desires, your feelings, and your enjoyment over doing stuff? So ask yourself those questions. And if you're really cool with going with the flow, I applaud you. Well done. And maybe you could give us a little example of that. And if you're not so comfortable with that, maybe just start journaling on it. Start thinking about, okay, why might that be? And would I like to change that in some way? And if you do, then that's what I do, is support anybody who wants to make those kind of changes in their lives and do it fairly immediately. So if you're interested, then do get in touch. You can drop me a message, or you can visit my site and you can book a free clarity call with me there. And if you have any comments on spontaneity, or how you are at going with the flow, then do let me know. You might inspire others. So yeah, share. Okay, enjoy the rest of your holiday if you're on holiday today, and if you're not, enjoy as well, and have a fabulous free-flowing week. Take care. Bye.